We strongly believe that the best way to learn business is actually to build a business. We have over 100 VCs that actually came to the pitches.
73 Boston is India's first brand to make wines and spirits specifically catered to the Indian taste palette.
No one's ever thought about putting alcohol with an Indian touch.
I present you Nova School. We offer experiential programs to high school students backed by global brands.
How many of you performed a puja or made a donation at a temple?
Excellent, like this clarity on just productizing all the services.
And the team that got the highest number of votes for VCs willing to invest in them would basically be the winner.
Well, hey, I'm Anami, the founder of Fundee. I'm from Dehradun, cool weather, good people around, chill vibe, I'm a 2x entrepreneur. Well, it's 3 now. India में there are a lot of creators and the number is always growing. Only 0.2% are earning right now. 100 लोगों में से एक इंसान भी नहीं कमा रहा है. That's the current situation. Our solution to the whole creator economy problem is very simple: real money gaming. So the best part about the tech businesses is scalable. We are pretty confident that we will be raising at least somewhere close to 1 CR, if I might. But yeah, that's what we're trying for.
Well, hey, let me tell you a story. I have a friend named Prashansa. She is a lifestyle creator, but does not want to collaborate with brands because उसे कपड़े नहीं बेचने यार, engagement गिर जाती है. But she has left her job for the same. Now let me tell you about Pandey, a great guy who plays tabla for a living. But this guy, no brand wants to collaborate with because he's a small town tabla player. But this story is not about Prashansa or Pandey. It's about the millions of creators out there who aren't able to monetize their audience. But wait, what if I tell you there was a magical app that would solve for all of this? You guessed it right, we are Fundee, creator-led casual gaming platform. There are 8 crore content creators in India and only 1.5 lakh are able to monetize their audience. But why aren't 99% people making money? Brand collaborations. Brand collaborations account for 84% of the revenue. Is not reliable, is not sustainable. Is this problem going away anytime soon? Hell no. 1 in 4 Gen Zs want to be a content creator and they're ditching their corporate job for the same. But what's the solution to all of this? Creator monetization through real money gaming, where creators select from a plethora of games such as Ludo, Tambola, Quest, then select on the number of people who play these games, and finally, and most importantly, the entry fee per game. Next, they invite their participants to pay and play the game. And finally, the participants are rewarded with prizes, rewards, shoutouts, one-on-one meetup, and the list just goes on. So how do we earn money in this? From the pot that is created, 15 to 30% goes to the content creator, 15 to 20% goes to us as a platform, and the remaining gets redistributed between the winners. If you look at gaming industry, 2.8 billion huge. It's supposed to be 3.8 billion by 2024. That's a CAGR of 38%. And the biggest problem in gaming industry, trust, CAC and retention are all solved by the creators. And the best part, it's 85% overlap between the audience. 85%. The hustle has been great till now. We have interacted with thousands of creators, have 100 plus creators in the pipeline, have onboarded 25 creators already, 30 plus games, 300 paying customers without an app, and a repeat percentage of 60%. We have reached validation of sorts by creators bombarding us with messages every day just to be a part of what we are building. The annual earning for a 15k follow is 40,000. It goes up to 12 lakh for a 1 million individual with a 1 million following, and that's very conservative. The revenue for the first year stands at 9 CR by 1200 creators, 2 game titles. We plan to ramp it up to 20,000 creators, 30 plus game titles, and geographical expansion by the year 2024. What we ask for you? 80 lakhs for 6 months of financing to first build the 18, build the app, and then give you good returns. Thank you.
Anamaya has such amazing raw energy. You know, I don't know if you know this, but every other day on LinkedIn, he posts an update about what happened in his company over the last 48 hours. So he's actually building in public. What that has enabled him to do is not only get a lot of feedback, but everyone is now rooting for him. Everyone wants him to succeed. Everyone asks him like on comments, you know, how's it going? What's the next step?
I think the guy first of all lived his business. It was so obvious. His assessment of the content ecosystem was spot on, very smart and articulate nuanced understanding, which he articulated well. But he's combining it with gaming, which is like a cash machine, right? So if you're able to build a large market which can be monetizable, it's a great business. So
Hi, I'm Rohit.
Hi, I'm Rashita, and we are Team Buzzinga. There is a $64 billion snacking industry in India, which is highly untapped as of right now because there is a serious lack of innovation.
In India, we have the thing कि यहाँ पे सब vegetarians हैं. 75 to 80% of people focus कि उन्हें बस non-veg ही मिले. It's just that कि हमें पता नहीं है वो part.
And that is where we come in with the tastiest, healthiest, protein-packed chicken crisps.
वो Buzzinga का मतलब भी यही है कि we want to create the buzz.
It's never been done before, and building something like that, something so new, something so exciting, has been an amazing journey so far.
Well, before I start, can all of the non-vegetarian people in the room please raise your hands? Well, that's a lot of you. Did you know that India has a $62 billion snacking market? And despite that, there are 0 ready-to-munch non-vegetarian snacks available. Even globally, there are only 2 other players who are doing something similar. Introducing Buzzinga's Chicken Crisps. These are made with 100% chicken and are packed full of proteins and are baked, not fried. These are available in 3 exciting flavors, namely smoked barbecue, tandoori tikka, and my personal favorite, Tabasco, which pairs really well with an evening drink. Our products have a shelf life of 6 months and come with 0 added fats or preservatives. And like we said, they're ready to munch. There is only one other player in India by the name of Doki, which is doing something similar by making chicken jerky and not chicken crisps, which means talking about direct competition, well, there is none. Buzzinga is the only player in this segment, giving us the first mover advantage. Talking about our go-to-market strategy, we'll start out by partnering with modern trade, going to stores like Food Hall and Limache, then moving on to general trade by placing our products at grocery stores near liquor shops, then going directly to the consumer through quick commerce, traditional commerce, as well as vending machines. Talking about numbers, well, like we said, there is a $62 billion market, out of which we will be focusing on the $16 billion market, which is people living in Tier 1 and Tier 2 metropolitan cities. Since our product does demand a premium price, our TG falls in the upper middle class income bracket, which then leads us to the figure of $2.3 billion, which is our conservative obtainable market, and this is just in India. We first want to familiarize the Indian palate with the taste of our chicken crisps, then move on to introducing newer products like chicken popcorn and chicken loaf. We then plan on penetrating the NCR market and reaching around 3.4 lakh consumers, generating 4 crores of revenue in our first year of operations. Then, as we add more distribution channels, introduce more products, we can hit 150 crores of revenues in the next 5 years. These are some snapshots of the journey that we've undertaken so far, from sampling our product to building our own baking device, and as you can see, finalizing our packaging. With a small grant of 5 lakh rupees, we have been able to book orders of over 40,000 units, which leads to a booked revenue of over 20 lakhs. Here we are asking for a seed funding of 80 lakh rupees. To scale our production and make 2 crores in revenues in the next 6 months, this is the team that has made it all possible so far. And that's the time for Buzzinga. Thank you so much. You've been served.
One thing about the Buzzinga team that I would say is that they always have a very strong presence on campus. They're always buzzing around the campus. They make sure that any event that's happening on campus, they're there. They're actually coming with those snacks and literally force-feeding Tanmay or force-feeding Ranveer or force-feeding Naveen Munjal. These guys make it a plan to get their product tested, which, you need some guts for. I never had that growing up myself.
2 ideas stood out for me. Interestingly, on a Friday evening, that was Daru and Chakna, right? So it was the wine idea and it was the chips idea.
Because it's so cool. I mean, they identified such a huge gap in the market. Non-vegetarian snacks, if you listen to it, it sounds so obvious. You almost think, why didn't I think of this idea?
And the fact that it took like 2 MBA college kids to show a room full of investors who think they've seen the world 20 times over, that this is an opportunity, that just blew my mind.
They've also done a great job at branding. If you've seen the red and the black color, I think it hits it out of the park in terms of it being non-vegetarian. I think they've applied their branding class learnings very aptly to their business. And I can't say that for a lot of other businesses.
Hi, I'm Vinit. I'm Rupan. We are the founders of Zwel. So I am from Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh. I am from a tier 3 city in Tamil Nadu called as Bodinayakanur, which is also called as the cardamom capital of the world. Zwel can be simply put as a retailer can order jewelry on behalf of you and get it delivered to you. Currently, if you see the jewelry scenario, jewelry shops aren't able to compete with the branded stores. 60% of the money directly goes into the inventory holding cost. Manufacturers and retailers are huge in number. When they are dealing directly with each other, they have trust issue inbuilt in itself. So by being the face of the as a whole transaction, we facilitate and bring in the trust. I haven't even bought a single piece of this gold jewelry for me until now in my lifetime. But I just wanted to become the jewelry man of India in the next 5 years. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you a small story. This is the shop in which I have been born and brought up. My uncle Ramaswamy is a small-scale jeweler selling jewelry for his livelihood. In the past 5 years, he is finding it very hard to make more money or even retain his customers due to the stiff competitions from the branded stores. And he is not the only victim here. Nearly 70% of Indian unorganized jewelry shop owners like Ramaswamy are facing this issue. These retailers are losing nearly 75,000 crores worth of revenue, mainly because 60% of their capital is stuck in holding their inventory. And this leads to some of the various problems like limited access to various designs, reduced growth and expansion, and because of this, they can't able to leverage their position in order to avail a good credit facility. Introducing our solution Zwel. Zwel is a B2B2C procurement platform which helps the retailer to run their business with minimal inventory. To cater to the fast-growing offline demands, retailer can able to procure material from Zwel and put it on their shelves. And for the demand-driven sales, retailers can able to set up their own digital storefront with the help of Zwel to display and sell jewelry. Altogether, Zwel simplifies the jewelry retailing in the digital age. Let's say Pratham walks into a jewelry store in Jalandhar to buy a piece of jewelry for his beloved mother. And he likes some jewelry which is made by some manufacturer in Coimbatore. Now, the retailer can able to place an order through Zwel and receive it, which is then handed over to Pratham. Is it the right market to target? It's not only the right market, but a perfect time to start this business. With 6 lakh crore INR total addressable market,
The Indian consumer jewelry industry is the biggest in the world, and the online jewelry market is growing at a whopping 28% CAGR, which clearly indicates how customers are shifting towards the digital buying solutions. We are charging a subscription fee of 50K per annum per retailer for our tech services, and we are charging 1 to 5% commission on every order, depends upon the types of jewelry, and we are also charging an extra 1% if the retailer plans to avail our credit facility. Our demand-driven procurement model, together with 3D and AR, helps us attain our competitive position among our competitors, not only by selling jewelry, but also by providing a true immersive jewelry buying experience. We have attained our sales worth of 11 lakhs with a capital deployed of 1.5 lakhs, and we have onboarded 5 manufacturers and 10 retailers. So here is our team. I am Rupan Kumar from a B2B business family and a second-time successful entrepreneur. Mr. Raghava K, an ex-ISRO scientist and an expert in micro-operation. Mr. Tallam Vinit Kumar from a third-generation jewelry business family. So we are seeking 80 lakhs in order to create Zwel that will help many more Ramaswamis attain the greatest success. Thank you.
So Zwel is founded by 3 co-founders, and they have a very thick accent, which has actually reduced their confidence. So when they came to Masters Union, I could see that while they have a great idea and they're very entrepreneurial, their communication is actually pulling them back. Right? So all we had to do was tell them, hey, listen, you're actually quite good. Continue building on it. You're actually quite good. You have to validate them. You have to give them the confidence that they are not less than anybody else just because they have an accent. And so today we had the dry run, and their presentation really, it almost gave me tears. It gave me goosebumps because I know how far they have come since when they started.
Hi, I'm Yukta and I'm founder of Solgappa. I'm the founder, sorry. Sometimes your favorite food might not lead to a good life.
Simply put forward, Modulus is a healthcare provider that offers comprehensive plans for complete care.
Eating dosa, we just thought, have we ever heard of dosa chips or anything South Indian?
In first place,
it's almost a shame nobody's done it yet, and so this is intuitive.
With 10 offers for seed funding.
I was simply blown away.
25 lakhs on the spot.
We have